Salve! Confused? Well, this is a warm hello from the land of Romans because the topic for today is Roman numerals. We are going to learn all about Roman numerals, a bit of a history about them, how they are read and how they are formed. And along the way, we are going to solve questions so as to ensure that you have understood it right. And at the end of this video, we'll have a quiz where you can test yourself and find out whether you have understood this topic well or not. Well, before we get started, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. So what are we waiting for? Let's hop on to learn all about Roman numerals. So the Roman numerals, as the name suggests, was invented by the Romans way back in around 500 BC. And since during that time, most of the Europe was under Roman Empire, Roman numerals were used throughout Europe for well up till 14th century. But there were a few limitations with Roman numerals. For example, the absence of zero, the long form of the numbers, difficulty in doing multiplication or division with Roman numbers. Also, you cannot form fractions with Roman numerals. All of these were a big hindrance towards the mathematical development. Hence, Roman numbers were replaced with much more efficient Hindu or the Arabic numeral system, which is used till today, which is our 1s, 2s and 3s. Well, you may think, then why do we need to learn Roman numerals? Hold on. If you look at the history, all the references of years, the historical majestic chronologies, the monuments, the establishments, the military accounts and other such numbers were depicted in the Roman numbers. In fact, the watches also had their digits in Roman numerals, which we see even today. And also, the periodic table also has Roman numbers. Hence, it's important to retain this knowledge and learn how they are read and formed. So the Roman numbers have 7 characters or symbols which you need to memorize, which are the crux of formation of Roman numbers. Each symbol has a definite integer value. They are I for 1, V for 5, X for 10, L for 50, C for 100, D for 500 and N for 1000. 1000 is also depicted by a bar on the top of the Roman numbers. So the placement of these integers help us form the Roman numbers. And the Roman numbers are read from left to right. Now, arrangement of these symbols or alphabets tell us whether to add the numbers as we form them or if we need to subtract the numbers as we form these Roman numerals. Let's look at the examples when we add the numbers to form the Roman numeral. Now the Roman numbers, if placed in an order of symbols such that the next symbol placed before a symbol is of the same or lesser value, then we add the numbers.
So LXV is 50 plus 10 plus 5, which is 65.
Let's look at few examples. I, both are same value. So we will add them as 1 plus 1, which is 2. I, again, all the 3 are of similar value. So we'll add them as 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3. VI, V is 5 and I is 1, which is smaller than the previous symbol. Hence, we will add them again and the value of this number is 5 plus 1, which is 6. Let's look at another 3-symboled example, that is XVI. Now here too the symbols are placed in descending order, that is greater to smaller, So we'll add them and the number formed will be 10 plus 5 plus 1, which will be equal to 16. Here, remember a rule.
That the same symbol cannot be repeated more than 3 times consecutively, that is, one after the other. The example here is, while xxx is equal to 30, xxxx, which is 4 times x, is not equal to 40. Similarly, I is equal to 3, but I is not equal to 4. The next rule is that the symbols V, which stands for 5, or D, which stands for 500, are not repeated. That is, VV is not a valid Roman number. Similarly, DD is not a valid Roman number. With these rules, you must be thinking, if we can't represent 4 as 4 times I, then how do we do it? Well, you'll get all your answers in the next segment.
Whenever the Roman number is formed by placing a symbol of greater value in front of a symbol of lesser value, we need to subtract them together. For example, IV, which we just spoke about. Now I is 1 and V is 5. So 5 is a greater value symbol which is placed before I, hence it will be subtracted. So the value for this Roman number is 5 minus 1, which is 4. Similarly, let's look at IX. X is 10 and I is 1. And a greater value symbol is placed before a smaller value, hence we subtract it. So the value for Ix would be 10 minus 1, which is 9. Let's look at another example, XL. Now L is greater in value than X, so L will be subtracted by the value of X, which is 50 minus 10, that is equal to 40. Now we should remember a few important rules here when a larger valued symbol is placed before a smaller valued symbol. For subtraction, the first rule is that the value of the larger symbol should be less than equal to 10 times the value of the smaller symbol. For example, in case of IV, now V, which is the larger value, is 5 times the smaller value, hence it is less than 10 times of the smaller value of the symbol, hence it is permitted. Similarly, IX, where X is 10 times the value of the smaller symbol, which is 1, so it is a permissible subtraction. But IL, where L is 50, which is 50 times the smaller symbol, is beyond the rule range, hence it is not a permissible Roman number. Similarly, IC, here again C is 100, which is 100 times the smaller symbol, and it is way beyond the rule range that we have just specified. So keep this in mind. The next rule that we need to remember is that subtraction of the larger value symbol is done with only the immediate previous smaller valued symbol. Meaning to say that if the number is IV, that is fine because we will subtract V by I, which will give us the value to be 4. But if the number is IIV, it is not that V will be subtracted by I and then again by I. That is not a correct Roman number. So remember this rule. This will help you in solving the questions ahead. Now that we know how to read the Roman numbers, let's revise our learning by looking at the numbers from 1 to 100. Let's quickly revise the 7 symbols in the Roman numerals, which is I for 1, V for 5, X for 10, L is for 50, C is for 100, D is for 500, and M is for 1000. You must remember these characters. How about using a mnemonic? Like I value xylophones, like cows dig milk. And now remember the numbers or the order of the numbers associated, which will help you identify this in the long run. Also remember that the bar on top of the number indicates the 1000 for that number. However, we don't have a bar on top of 1 because 1000 is already indicated as an M. So let's take a look at numbers from 1 to 50. Now first we'll jot down the numbers 1 to 10 in Roman numerals. Now the number 1 is a simple I, which is our milestone symbol. 2 is 2 I's, 3 is 3 I's. So far so simple. But for 4 we cannot have 4 I's because we cannot repeat the same symbol consecutively more than 3 times. So 4 will be a milestone symbol 5 minus 1, where the I will be placed before V. So 4 is IV. Then comes our next milestone symbol V, which is 5. 6 will be 5 plus 1. 1 being placed after 5 and is being less than 5, so it will be added. Then 7 will be 5 plus 2. 8 will be 5 plus 3. We have to halt here because we cannot continue with more than 3 same symbols. So your 9 will be our next milestone 10 minus 1, which is I, placed in front of X. So our number 9 is IX. And then 10 is our milestone symbol X. Now for the numbers 11 to 20, all we need to do is first write down 1 to 10 in Roman numbers that we just learnt and precede it with an X. That is, add 10 in the beginning of the number to get 10 plus 1, 11, 10 plus 2, 12, 10 plus 3, 13, 10 plus 4, 14, and so on till 10, 10, which make it 20. Now this 20 will be continued on to our next range. So our next 1 to 10 will be preceded by 20 in front. So it will be 20 plus 1, 21, 20 plus 2, 22, so on till XXX, which is a valid 30, and this 30 will be preceded in the range of 31 to 40. So 30 will be added in front of 1, 2, 3 to form 30 to 39. And in 40 you must be thinking we can just add the 3 x's. But here it becomes 4x together, which is not permitted. So the way to write 40 would be our milestone L minus x by placing x before L. So this is our 40. So similarly 41 will be not 4 x's but L minus x shown as XL and then followed by 1 to 10. So that's how we do our 41 to 49. And then for 50, if you are writing XLX, that is 40 and X, it is not a right way of representing it. Hence, this is not permitted because for 50, we already have a milestone symbol. And when we have milestone symbol, no other combination represents that number. So our L is 50. Now let's continue with 51 to 100. So we'll go for each of the 10 numbers. So let's first jot down our 1 to 10s. Here it goes, and for 51 we need to add 50, that is L, before our 1 to 10. So L precedes 1 to 10 to get 51 to 60. Now our last number here is 60, which will be preceded before the 1 to 10s to form 61, 62, 63, so on till LXX, which is our 70, which is the next 10. So the 70 will come and it will precede the next 1 to 10. So 70 will be added in front, making it 71, 72, 73, so on till 80. Now here also we have L followed by 3 X's, which is still permitted because 3 symbols of the same type can be shown consecutively, not more than that. So this 80 will precede the 1 to 10 in the next range. So we have 81, 82, 83, 84, so on till 89. Now why did I stop at 89? Because if I want to put LXXX in front of this x, it will become 4 times x consecutively, which is not allowed. Hence, the 90 will need to be represented with a milestone C being subtracted by 10, which is written as XC. So here x precedes C, which is of higher value. Hence, the value of this number is C minus x, which we have learnt earlier. So this is our 90. So this 90 will continue in the next range, and we will have the 1 to 10s preceded by XC, which will follow on till 99. For 100, 90 and x is not a valid Roman digit. Hence, the correct representation here is our milestone C, which stands for 100, and hence nothing else will replace this. So now with your understanding, let's take on the quiz that is in front of you on how to read the Roman numbers. Do not forget the rules that we have learnt along the way. this was a useful session for you. If you have any queries or clarifications, please reach out to us on any of our social media handles. Now we know how to read Roman numbers. Next, we need to understand how to form them. For that, do check out our next video. We also have the link given in the video description box below. And yes, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to Curiosity Hive. Till we meet again, take care.